Okay, what's up guys, at GatieTrades. I'm gonna have a video for you guys about journaling, backtesting, and how I kind of built my models. This is a video requested specifically on TradeZilla. It's also what I've transitioned into. So if you do want a discount code, there will be one in the description. I just recently got a discount code from them. I basically asked them for like a month straight, and then they finally said yes. So I do have a discount code if you want to use that. If you want a free option, you can use Notion to journal. I have a video on my YouTube about that. And if you want a free backtesting software, I've heard of something called Trader Casa. It's not the best in my opinion. I would invest in a backtesting software personally. But let's get into the purpose of this video. So I'm gonna put myself here at the top right. So you can see this is kind of a breakdown of what TradeZilla looks like when you have a dashboard with journal trade. So in this case, this is my backtesting account. Wouldn't worry too much about the numbers here. I'm sure a lot of you guys are staring at the numbers. This specific backtesting session, what I was working on was simply trading my models. So I wasn't really managing risk. You can see I just traded one micro. So there was no risk management, money management. I wasn't focused on that in this backtest. What I want to cover with you guys, which is probably the most important thing about backtesting that I think a lot of people don't even talk about, is you need to know why are you backtesting, okay? It's a lot better to focus on one specific thing every single backtest rather than just try to figure out everything. So what do I mean by this? For example, are you looking to find a model, right? If that's the case, well, your backtest will look a little bit different. For example, if your purpose is to find the trading model, well, then you don't have to backtest live and watch the candles one by one. You can simply fast forward and study the data that's left behind because you're looking for a model. You don't even have one yet. So you can, right, become more efficient that way. What if you're looking to build confidence in your model, right? So we can give another example here. Build confidence slash collect data. Well, in this case, you can backtest your actual model and go to your time frame and your window and look to see if the criteria is met, take the trade, collect some data. Maybe you are looking to, right, find better take profits and SL placements, in which case you would again have to narrow your backtesting to that specific idea. I'm a believer that you need to do it this way. Take it from someone who's done a lot of backtesting, and once I started breaking down my backtest into something very specific, it becomes a lot easier because you can trust exactly what you're doing, and it becomes just a lot easier when you focus on one specific goal every backtest. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to talk about is why are you backtesting. Make sure you know why. Make a plan to make your backtest efficient. You don't want to be wasting your time, right? You got to work hard and work smart. So in this specific example, I'm going to show you guys how you could set up a backtest as well as set up a journal. So in this case with TradeZilla, something that's really interesting is you can create your own playbooks. So let's say I wanted to backtest my 930, let's say my 930 protraction model, okay? So if I come here, I have the rules for my protraction model. What I can do is I can go to backtesting, and let's say 930 protraction model. Let's say I want to backtest just 1 month of data with this model. So 930 protraction model. Let's go futures. Let's take the Nasdaq. Let's just start with whatever, $2,000. Doesn't really matter. And then I can pick a date that I want to backtest. Let's go to November because I struggled in November, so I think it would be interesting. So we can do all of November, November 1st to December 1st, then simply click create a session. So this will load you in here. Now, me personally, I don't like looking at the chart like this. I will always go back to my actual chart, which will look more something like this. And then canvas, I always like to just, make it as realistic as possible. And I'll get rid of the grid line. So then you just get straight to backtesting. So I'll jump to New York session. I'll go to the weekly chart. So see where we're at on the weekly. I can see order flow looks pretty bullish. I'm not really going to get into an actual backtesting here, but this is what I would do. So let's just say hypothetically, I'm gonna look for a entry based on my model criteria here. So what I would do is, let's say, fast forward every single minute, and then I'll say, oh, okay, my model criteria is met. Let's see here. Let's just say hypothetically that my model criteria was met right there. So then I can click buy, and there's the thing. And let's say I want to backtest like this or something. We take the trade, right? And then we got stopped out. So what do? So this will automatically journal into TradeZella. So if you go to trades for backtest, you'll see it says automatically November 1st, 2024, you took a loss. This was your net P&L. It even gives you a little bit of insights on the trade. Playbook was the protraction model. And then you can go here and journal whatever you want. So let's say took bad trade because did not follow this rule, etc., etc., etc. And it'll automatically put that into your journal, which I think is very, very interesting, especially when it comes to building confidence and building a model. And then it'll also give you a insight, which is I think is also pretty cool for some newer traders. It'll say something like, you aren't maximizing your profits. We were up 2R on the trade, but you ended up minus 320. So that's something that's very interesting. So that's how you can kind of backtest with TradeZella. You can set that up for yourself. Now, I'm going to remove this one because I already have my 2 backtests right here. Something really cool about TradeZella is you can also automatically journal your trade. So I'm going to get into journaling here. So again, this is your main dashboard. Let's say I wanted to add a trade. So you can go here to broker sync. You can go to, broker sync, add new broker, and we're gonna go to trade of 8, and I'm just gonna fill out all this information here. So if I want to put in my funded account, let's say we want to go from this the 11th 01 2024 up until now. So you can click create, and then over here it says create new account because I'm on my backtesting account, so I want to make a new one. So I will connect this, and I'm just going to quickly sign in so I can get the data. And you can see right there, it says sync is in a few seconds, and the next sync you can do is in 3 hours. So you can come here now, and you can see it'll automatically journal. If you go to the Trade of 8 account, it'll automatically journal all your trades on that account. Now, this is my Apex funded account. So this is the current dashboard, you can say. So today we traded, we took 2 losses, so that's minus 2R. And you can see some very important information here. So you can do this manually, of course, but I think when it does it automatically for you, it's really important. So full transparency here. So the net P&L is $370. Our trade win percentage is 41. So on the lower end right now, usually I average around 40 to 70, it kind of fluctuates. This is the part that matters most. So the profit factor and the average win per loss. So you see right here, it says the daily win percentage is actually 55%, which is not that bad. But you can see here, the average win to loss is very bad. For me, I need to average 2 risk to reward minimum. So the fact is, I have my average loss is 186, which is good. Because usually my average loss should be 200. That's how much I'm looking to risk. So this number is good. But this number is not good. So something is obviously wrong. So going back to my trades, I can go and see what's happened. So let's go back to December. And I've already talked about this in my Discord, but we can talk about what happened here. This is basically what happened. We had this trade where we took 2 trades on this day. You can see we lost a little bit more than 200 and we gained a little bit less. So the calculation in position size was a little bit inaccurate. And that's very important to note because I need to make sure that this is 2R. For example, this case was a really good example because we got a little bit more than 2R. So this one was a good one. Here's another bad example. So while it loads, you can see minus 200, which is perfect. But if you go to the next trade, it's only plus 350. It should say plus 400. So something went wrong. And it'll even put in over here, you can see what went wrong. In hindsight, I shorted here, and if I held it even longer, you can see we could have even got way more profits. So I could go here and say, could have held longer and shorted 6 contracts for 2R, better, or whatever that may be. And you can go back and see kind of what's going wrong. If you want, you can go back and journal these trades, so it'll automatically import them. So for example, say we want to journal our trades for today, I would come over here and I would say, okay, this is my journal for today. And you can go to Playbook and see which one did I trade. So I traded today. The first trade I took was the 930 PO3 reversal model. And I did follow all my rules, but we still took a loss. And in the notes, I should say, I should have not shorted in discount because the narrative was not to continue lower, but to retrace / create a S&D market condition. So you can see that I shorted right here, and although I had the right bias, which was lower, I took a short right here and we got stopped out, and then eventually price came lower from here. So I can go into my journal, put all that information in. I can even go back, you can see the executions, I can see, put any attachments I may want, you can see the stats. So in my opinion, this is a really good platform for that. I think the backtesting, the fact that you can do all of that with backtesting is really cool too. You can also do trade replays, which I haven't messed around with this yet, but you can go back and replay your trade, see what happened. There's this new section called Progress Tracker, so you can make a daily checklist, like do this, do this, do this. So I think it's a really good investment for your trading journey, especially if you plan to be doing this long term. You can make multiple accounts for different backtest sessions or different models or different funded accounts, or you can link them together. They also give you this little thing called Zella score, which talks about max drawdown, consistency, and they kind of give you a little bit of a score. So right now, right, it was at like 70, but after today, it was at 37. So hopefully we can bounce back. My main focus right now is I'm happy with my win percentage. I'm happy with my daily win percentage. But I really need to focus on is my management here. So we need to make sure we're actually risking 200 and making at least 400 on every trade. As long as I can keep that up, right? This number's fine. This number's fine. In fact, this number will probably go up. So as long as we can get the risk management there, this should all be good. So I hope that can outline the importance and also how I backtest / trade journal. I know I didn't go into too much depth. I didn't want to make this such a long video. I just kind of wanted to outline TradeZella because a lot of people were asking me. So hopefully that helps you guys. Maybe motivates you guys. Once you guys see this, you think, oh, I really want this. If you can afford it, I mean, it's not that expensive. It's like, I think with my discount code, it's like $50 a month. Or if you get the yearly plan, you get like, you have to pay upfront. But with the yearly plan, I think it's like 300 for the whole year. So that only becomes like, I don't know, like 50 or 40 or something like that with after the discount code. So in my opinion, it's definitely worth it. But you can also just use Notion as well. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the description or in the comment section below. I'll try to reply to every comment. I will see you guys live every single day until we're driving a Lamborghini. See you guys tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Peace.